Picture this. You wake up one morning and everyone around you blindly agrees with every woke idea you've ever rolled your eyes at. Schools hand out pamphlets teaching kids that pronouns are evolving, and your office spends more time debating bathroom policies than actual work. Movie theaters are quiet because every blockbuster now has to pass a political correctness test before showing. Weird, right? And that's just the beginning.
Today, let's imagine a world where wokeness has free reign and nothing, I mean nothing, is off limits. Pronouns, gender theory, activism, migration, identity policing, all of it, fully unleashed. Buckle up, because society just went off the rails, and we're going to watch it crash in slow motion. Sarcastically, of course. First, let's talk about speech policing. Pronouns aren't suggestions anymore. They're legal documents. Misgender someone accidentally? Congratulations! You're trending on Twitter before breakfast. Your HR department is drafting a warning, and Karen from accounting is preparing a 6-slide moral critique. Jokes? Canceled. Sarcasm? Illegal. Casual greetings? Risky. Even your coffee order is a political statement now. Say latte instead of oat milk soy chai decaf, and boom, microaggression alert. Every word you speak is audited by the invisible woke police. And yes, they're judging your vibe too.
Meanwhile, schools have become full-on woke boot camps. Teachers aren't just educating, they're indoctrinating. Kids aren't learning how to think, they're learning what to think. Gender is fluid, biology is negotiable, history gets rewritten on a daily basis, and dissenting opinions aren't just wrong, they're evil. On top of that, some teachers are swapping out regular textbooks for sexualized content, forcing kids to learn gender and sexuality lessons they aren't ready for. Students are trained to morally judge peers. Teachers judge parents, and every kid is a walking HR complaint waiting to happen. Childhood? Over. It's now a non-stop identity politics seminar with mandatory guilt trips. And corporations? Oh, they've jumped in too. Meritocracy? Gone. Competence? Optional. Now everything is virtue signaling Olympics. Every email, every hire, every decision is measured against a moral scoreboard curated by keyboard warriors online. Slip up? You're canceled. Survive? Congratulations, you're now an anxiety case study. Logic doesn't matter, volume of virtue does. Want to do your job? Nope. First, check your moral alignment.
Another part of wokeism is modern feminism. In this world, women's soccer and the WNBA aren't just about sports anymore, they're moral crusades for equal pay, turning locker rooms into political battlegrounds. Movies? Forget storytelling. Every male-led blockbuster is fair game for gender swapping, race swapping, or turning the men into clueless props while the new feminist protagonist saves the day, leaving longtime fans wondering if they accidentally walked onto a different planet. Military and other traditionally male-dominated jobs? Sure, equality is great. Just skip the push-ups, the grueling marches, and the harsh training, but definitely keep all the benefits and protections. Online, woke women post video after video generalizing men as creeps, making decent American guys quietly pack their bags and head to Asia or other far-off lands as passport bros. And Bill Burr used to roast all this woke nonsense back when he still had a spine. Welcome to a world where equality is absolute as long as it comes with perks, representation points, and zero discomfort.
Sports? Forget fair play. Bio males in women's leagues, records erased, championships nullified, competitive balance demolished. Meanwhile, classical knowledge, literature, and even basic math are now evaluated through a moral lens. 2 plus 2 only equals 4 if it doesn't offend anyone's feelings. History? Optional and probably wrong. Your entire education? A morality boot camp with zero useful skills. Then there's migration. Borders? Open. Asylum seekers? Top priority. Assimilation? Optional. Communities? Cultural pressure cookers. Locals suddenly feel like strangers in their own neighborhoods. Everyone's morally correct, nobody's happy, and society functions like a social experiment gone horribly wrong. chaos dressed up as inclusivity. Pronouns were just the appetizer. Identity politics now attacks every fact, tradition, and category. Earth revolving around the sun? Better check the latest activist-approved science. Facts? Negotiable. Truth? Optional. You'll question your own memory just to survive conversation with a social justice vigilante.
Then there's migration. Borders? Open. Asylum seekers? Top priority. Assimilation? Optional. Communities? Cultural pressure cookers. Locals suddenly feel like strangers in their own neighborhoods. Everyone's morally correct. Nobody's happy. And society functions like a social experiment gone horribly wrong. Chaos dressed up as inclusivity. The idea is that open borders and uncontrolled influxes of people somehow prove society's moral progress. Even in England, the weak royal family barely holds on as society shifts around them. Churches in the UK, France, and other European countries are being demolished and replaced with mosques, while some immigrants proudly declare on the streets, "England is ours." Imams mock Christian traditions like Christmas, and children are quietly being indoctrinated into new teachings. Meanwhile, locals risk arrest for raising the England flag, and anyone posting so-called Islamophobe content online can have police raiding their homes. All the while, the woke cheer from the sidelines, convinced that virtue-signaling policies and mass migration are the ultimate triumph of progress. And the psychological toll? Picture life where every word, every action, every thought is under moral scrutiny. Anxiety? Mandatory. Social performance? 24/7. Family dinners? Awkward. Walking outside? Risk of public shaming. Your existence has become a full-time virtue-signaling marathon with no breaks, no privacy, and no escape. Everywhere you look, life is exhausting and absurdly inefficient. Schools don't teach skills, corporations don't hire competence, laws don't make sense, sports don't have fairness. Social life is one giant anxiety spiral. And yet, in this perfect, fully woke society, everyone's morally superior, everyone's good, everyone's included. Nobody gets anything done, and everyone pretends it's fine while internally screaming. Welcome to a world where wokeness has absolute freedom. The surface sparkles with morality. Underneath, chaos, exhaustion, and absurdity reign supreme. Congratulations! You survived the woke world.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this dose of chaos, hit that like button. It tells YouTube I'm still doing something right. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you don't miss the next round of internet insanity. See you in the next one.